What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Call Her Creator, powered by Stan. I am your host, Caitlin Rhodes, also known as Social Marketing Queen over on Instagram, and I'm here to help you guys make money doing what you love online. Now, today we're going to be talking about Reels because Instagram just dropped like this document for creators that is supposed to help you create better Reels. So we're going to go through each of those tips. I'm going to give my 2 cents on these tips, maybe give you guys tips. Some of them are interesting. Some of them you already know, but at the end of the day, like they posted this on Instagram, so I kind of want y'all to really pay attention to this because I think it could possibly help you maybe just improve your reel strategy for right now. So this is Call Her Creator. I hope that you've left me a review by this time. If you are a returning listener, if you're not, please take the time, pause that episode right now, go leave me a review, go download the episode and send it to a friend. That is the biggest, most helpful way you could support my podcast right now, is just helping me spread the word about Call Her Creator, because it really means a lot to me to be here and be sharing all of these tips for free with you guys. I really love the community that I've built. I actually was on a call yesterday with these 2 amazing ladies. They are like AI experts for design. And they were just like, we love your podcast. We feel like we know who you are, which was really cool. Like, I hope you guys listening can feel the same way and say the same thing, because I am me. This is me at the end of the day. This is my true personality. I'm here showing up for y'all. I'm not perfect. My episodes aren't perfect, but I hope you enjoy listening to what I have to say. When we were talking yesterday, though, I want to tell you a little story time. One of the women, she was like, what's your end goal here? And I was like, oh my God, why would you ask me that? I have no idea. I feel like I'm just like running on this hamster wheel all the time, like running towards success. But at the end of the day, I was like, holy crap, what does success really look like to me? And I'm not 100% sure what that answer is right now, but I know that at the end of the day, I want to be like your go-to for social media marketing, or like maybe you're just like stuck in your 9 to 5, or maybe you don't have enough money for groceries, or maybe you don't have enough money to get your hair done. So you're just like, how can I make extra money? Like, I want to be that girl for you that's like, oh wait, Caitlin has an episode on this, or oh wait, Caitlin told me to do this, this, and this. I don't come from royalty, like wasn't fed with a silver spoon. I worked my butt off for everything that I have. I guess I'm a go-getter. And so whenever I was in these tough situations where I didn't have money to pay my rent for when I was in college, I did not have money to pay my rent. Every month it was a freaking anxiety attack for me because I didn't know how I was going to afford to stay there. I was going to my dream college. I got into UF, was going for journalism. I also had like these internships and I was working, but at the end of the month, or the first of the month actually, it was just always like, oh my God, how am I going to find the money to pay for my rent? So I would do little things here and there to help me pay for it. I'd sell my clothes at Plato's Closet sometimes. I'd take on these weird side jobs. So if you have it in your heart enough, there are ways for you to make money. And hopefully, like listening to Call Her Creator, you learn from this and you learn like, hey, you know what? I have a computer, I have Canva, I have the internet. I can make money doing stuff that I love, stuff that I'm passionate about. I don't have to do this, or this to do it to make money. I can actually do something that I want to do. So I hope that this podcast inspires you. If you are ever like stuck in a rut and you're just like, I don't know where to go from here, send me a DM on Social Marketing Queen or Call Her Creator. I'd love to talk it out with you. I don't know. It's just something I'm really passionate about, is helping people really live up to their true potential. I know I'm getting a little off tangent here, but I just feel like we all have the potential. You just have to decide like, okay, I'm going to use this potential and I'm going to do something about it. So as long as you have that attitude, you can get yourself out of situations that you don't want to be in. Okay, enough with the serious talk. Let's talk about our first social media update of the week, which is YouTube is testing Add Your stickers. Why do all the social media channels take from each other? Instagram took this feature from TikTok, and now YouTube Shorts is taking it from Instagram. So what they said is YouTube's own version of the Add Your sticker, currently in limited testing, will function the same as Instagram's version, with creators able to encourage participation by prompting viewers with a challenge or a question. Speaking of YouTube Shorts, We repost all of my Instagram reels over to my YouTube shorts to grow my channel. If you've not seen my YouTube channel, all of these podcast episodes are actually uploaded over there too. You can go to Caitlin Rhodes on YouTube and you should be able to, it should pop up for you. But YouTube shorts are a really easy way to start growing your channel, especially if you're already posting content to TikTok or to Instagram, because all you need to do is download that reel or that TikTok and re-upload it as a YouTube short. It's the same video size, copy and paste the caption, not a lot of extra work for you there. It's just reposting to that channel. So if you're looking to spread some brand awareness and get your name out there more, or maybe you're just new to YouTube, that's a really easy way for you to start posting, is reposting content as YouTube shorts. Y'all want to know something? Like, I don't know why I'm telling y'all this, but I actually just recorded this whole episode and went to press stop and realized I never even started pressing record. So I just talked for an hour and a half and like my voice is hoarse. I'm just a dodo sometimes. ADHD. Okay. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoy this episode because I'm recording it twice. All right, so let's talk about these Reels tips. They are posted in your professional dashboard on the app if you have a business or creator account. What this is it's a list of key pointers to help maximize your Reels content performance. Now, I told y'all some of these we already know, but I'm going to give you my 2 cents on them. Some of them are new, but hopefully you guys can listen and get some pointers and it can help you improve your Reels strategy. So let me take a drink of my coffee. Let's go. The first tip is the best tip that I've read out of all of these. There's 10 tips that I'm going to go through with you. The first tip is grab attention within the first 3 seconds. I have preached this until I can't preach no more. You have to stop the scroll somehow. And one of the biggest mistakes I see business owners making, new creators making, is that they start their video out saying, "What's up, guys? Hey, guys. Hey, it's me." Like, I love you, but stop doing that. That's not going to stop the scroll, okay? You need to start your reel in the first 3 seconds with something that is going to grab their attention. I actually just spent 2.5 hours on Monday on a Zoom with my friend Matt, who is an SEO expert. And we literally 2.5 hours, we were thinking of how were we going to start the reel. We wanted to start it with a really good hook because we had promised our followers that we were going to create a viral reel together. Now, the reel so far has gotten over 100,000 views, so we did pretty good, but it took us 2.5 hours. But you want to know how we started the reel? First we were going to do something like, how many reels does it take to go viral? Which, a lot of people do want to know that, but we were just like, it's not good enough. So we ended up doing a green screen background where I took a picture of Matt's Instagram and I pop up and I'm like, this guy's ruining the internet. That definitely is going to stop the scroll, right? Because he was the one that posted it. It was a collab reel. So he posts this reel of this girl that's popping up calling him a joke and that he's ruining the internet. He's ruining Instagram. Tell me that's not a good way to start a reel. So you want to get controversial, funny, relatable. You need to do something in those first 3 seconds that's going to make people say, whoa, what? So that's how we started off that reel. If you're not the best with hooks, if you're not the best with content, a good way to ease into this is just by doing some movement within the first 3 seconds. So maybe you change your background, go into a different room. Maybe you're walking and talking, whatever you need to do, to kind of get yourself into the groove of posting reels and getting that first 3 seconds of their attention. But that's my tip for you, is either make it controversial, make it funny, make it something that someone's like, oh my God, I need to know the answer to this, but do it within the first 3 seconds. Cut out introducing yourself. Now, you can always introduce yourself later on in the reel, but don't start your reel out like that because no offense, but people don't care who you are. They want to know how you're going to serve them. So you could always say something like, this guy's ruining the internet. Hey, I'm Caitlin from Social Marketing Queen. Here's why he's ruining the internet. I stopped the scroll, I introduced myself, and then I'm going to get into it. So that's how you can do that if you really need to introduce who you are. Next tip they have is that reels that are 30 to 60 seconds long see better performance. Now, y'all know that I am a short form video kind of girl. I always preach 7 seconds or less. But with them writing this out for creators, it really got me thinking, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just go look back through my videos because I play around with 30-second reels sometimes where I'll do explainer videos. So I go back to my profile And right there, I see a 7-second reel beside a 30-second reel. And guess what? The 7-second reel has like 50,000 views. The 30-second reel had like 7,000 views. So I'm like, that proves my point right there that shorter reels are performing better. Wait a second. So I saw that and I was like, let me just look at the analytics. So I click on the insights, and yes, that short form video does have more views, but guess what? My 30-second reel actually had way more shares. It had more comments. And at the end of the day, that's what you want. You want people engaging with your content. You want them commenting. You want them sending it to someone else. That's how you get people to trust you and like you and buy from you. So when I read this tip about 30 to 60 seconds long, it really just kind of had me thinking like, you know what? I'm going to start testing this a little bit more. I'm going to stop jumping on these short reels all the time. There's another reel, like there's this trend going on right now where it's like a 1-second reel. And don't get me wrong, that reel that I did, it got like almost 300,000 views, but I don't think it's doing anything for my account. It might be bringing in some followers, but the reel where I spent 30 seconds actually explaining something and talking to them and really providing value, I had comments from people asking questions, and then those turned into DMs of people. All right, so the next tip that they have, which everyone has probably heard of this before, is use trending hashtags, not audio, but hashtags. I don't agree with this tip, but I'm going to walk you guys through what it actually means. So trending hashtags are like, you know, like if there's an event that happened in the country, or maybe like Britney Spears is trending or something like that, people will take those trending hashtags and they'll like stuff them in their reel to try to get more views. I don't exactly know why they would list this as a tip, because I think that people like abuse this tip. I don't know. I don't use this unless you're like a newsworthy channel, or if the trending hashtag makes sense to what you are posting about, then cool. Yes, use it. It might help you get more views or more reach. But if the trending hashtag has nothing to do with your business or what your reel is about, I would just skip this tip. I don't really believe it. The next tip is tap into trends and trending audio. We all know this one, but I'm going to just give y'all some little tidbits about this. So trends are fun. They gain traction, but you need to jump on them early. If you jump on trends too late, your video just like people are tired of seeing it. They'll scroll past it. You won't be found on the audio page because you're like the 10,000 person to use it. It's just needle in a haystack. I've said that before. So if you're going to tap into trends, there's 2 ways to really stand out. One, jump onto them early. You want to find trends like maybe you go to TikTok and find the trend early and you bring that trend over to Instagram. Now, in the earlier days, like 3 years ago, TikTok trends would typically take 2 weeks to come over to Instagram. I don't know why, but like if you want to be a trendsetter, you could go over to TikTok, find some trends that you're seeing, grab that audio. The way to do that, how I do it, there's probably an easier way, but the way that I do that is I'll like screen record the TikTok so that I get the audio, and then I'll bring it over into Instagram and import that audio so you could be the trendsetter. The other thing is just to jump on the trend early. So like try to get on it before 10,000 people have done the trend. And the way to look for that is to find trending audio, click on it, and then see how many uses it's had. If it's had over 10,000, I don't touch it. But if it's under 10,000, I will utilize it. And if you don't have time to look for early trends, you can always join Club Influence. That's my Instagram membership. We actually find trends early for you and send them to you every Monday. So that one's probably the easiest tip here, is jumping on trends. The other side of that is putting your own spin to a trend. So there was this trend one time where it was like you heard a thumping noise and people were putting their ear up to a wall to hear the thumping noise. And then on the other side, it was you banging on the wall with the answer. Okay. So what I did is I put my ear up to the wall to the banging noise. And then on the other side of it, it was me booty popping the wall. So I was like hitting the wall with my butt. So I kind of like spin that trend a little bit. No one had done that. It ended up going off. And so I was like a trendsetter, you know? So if you can think of funny things like that to do, that will help you stand out as well. Next tip they have is look to drive engagement, especially shares. So Adam Mossery of Instagram has already said that shares are what they're looking at right now. So they want you to make people send the reel in the DMs or comment on the reel and tag a friend. Like they're wanting people to share the reel. So we've kind of pivoted our whole reel strategy here at Influence Marketing Studio where like we're focused on share worthy content. What's going to make someone share this reel? So it's either like a super valuable, like unknown tip that a lot of people don't know where they're going to want to share it with people, or we'll jump on like humor, like funny, relatable things. So like we'll think about industry related people that share the same problems as us and they want to share it because they think it's funny. So that's how you can kind of push shares, is to kind of go either one of those directions. Then they say to reply to comments within 7 days. Now, this is another tip I don't agree with. I will reply to comments within 24 hours because I have read studies where people want a response for good customer service. People want a response within a very limited amount of time. So if you're waiting a week to reply to people, like by the time you reply to me, I'm going to forget what I said to you. So I just think that's kind of BS, replying within 7 days. I guess what they're trying to say is like for people who don't have time to do this, reply within 7 days, but maybe you should consider hiring a social media manager or a VA to help you with your comments if it's taking you a week to reply back to people. I think the sooner you reply, the better. The other side of that is to sign up for something like mini chat, and then you can set up automatic replies. So when someone comments something, it automatically replies this. You put like a keyword. If they reply reels, then you comment back with a reply that you've put in to the system. The next tip they share is create relatable, humorous content, which this kind of goes back to the shares. So it's kind of one and the other. Relatable content is what is popping off right now over on Instagram. I know that I have seen an influx in like funny, relatable content, people sharing like point of view. Those are like relatable reels. We've also started, the way that we're jumping on this relatable humor trend is we're looking at remixing reels. So the girls and I will go through the explore feed and like find funny meme like reels, or like people doing crazy things like acrobatic stunts, or just like a reel that you're like, wow, holy crap, what did they just do? And if that reel has performed well already, we will remix it, but we'll put like our own industry spin on it. So if you go to my profile, I do a pretty good job at remixing reels. Darby actually does a lot of them for me. She's my assistant when it comes to my content. So if you need like an example, like what is she talking about remixes, go to my profile. And if you see like those memes or like videos that aren't me, that is remixed reels. And that is how we jump on the relatable content. The next one is share your content on Instagram at the same time as other platforms. Now, I'm not really sure what this will do for your Instagram. I don't know why this is a tip, but if you want to try it, there's easy ways to do this, scheduling your content. So if you want a free scheduler, you can always go into Meta Business Suite, schedule your Facebook and your Instagram at the same time. We use a platform called Metricool, which I love way better than Meta Business Suite. Meta Business Suite has a lot of bugs, and like sometimes they just won't post your content and they won't even warn you about it. At least if Metricool's having a problem, they'll like send us an email so we know to go in there and manually post it. But scheduling your content is going to be the easiest way for you to post your Instagram content at the same time as other platforms. I don't really do this. I mean, essentially I post my content in the morning and then in the evenings on all my platforms, but it's not like I say, okay, let me post this reel at 9:30 a.m. and let me go post this YouTube short at 9:30 a.m. I don't understand how that would help you, but that's one of the tips they wrote. Next tip is upload clips in high resolution. This one's obvious. If you're uploading content that's blurry or with watermarks, people are going to just keep scrolling unless it's like really amazing content. There is a setting where you can toggle on upload high quality video, something like that, and it will upload video that is high quality video so that people will enjoy whatever you have to share. If it's blurry, like I know I get turned off by blurry videos, and I can tell when someone reposts a video from another platform when it's like blurry, and I don't know. I don't engage with those videos unless it's like something super funny. And then the last tip they have is create 10 or more reels per month. Now, if you break this up, that's more than 2 reels a week. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, that's more than 2 reels a week. I think that is on the minimal side. If y'all are here to grow, you need to be posting at least 1 reel a day. I post 2 reels a day. My friend who I mentioned earlier that we did that Zoom, Matt, he posts 3 reels a day. So if you really want to grow, like, you need to take the time to create the content. And if that's not something you can do, then contract it out, divot it out to someone else, get someone on your team to help you, hire a social media manager, or take the time to batch create a bunch of content maybe at the beginning of the month so that you have enough content to go through the month. But if you think you're going to grow by posting like 2 reels a week, you better be posting some really good content. I think you just have more chances to grow when you post more. I don't know. That's just me. Most of these tips are kind of generic, but again, like, some of them I haven't heard of before. Some of y'all might be beginners and, you've never heard any of this stuff before. So hopefully some of these were interesting. Some of them you can use. I think the top 3 that you guys should focus on is 1, grabbing attention within the first 3 seconds. That's super important. 2, I want y'all to test posting reels that are 30 seconds long. Not just focusing on trends all the time, but maybe posting a reel that is you talking or an explainer. It's an explainer video, a tutorial, something that takes 30 seconds long. I want y'all to maybe do 1 of those a week and just see how they perform at the end of the month. See if they got more comments than your short form videos. And then I think the number 3 tip out of all of these that I like the most is probably focusing on shares. I know that's probably the hardest tip here, because at the end of the day, like, if you're a business owner and you don't do content full time, you're probably just like, how do I focus on shares? How do I focus on shareable content? But that's where you just put your head into your audience's head. Like, what are they going to relate to? What are they going to find funny? Or think about people in your industry. Say you are a boutique owner. What are other boutique owners going to find funny and share? So that can help you with your shareable content, is to just kind of put yourself in someone else's shoes. Or remix reels, which I talked about earlier. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please download the episode if you haven't. Leave me a review. Bring the conversation over to Instagram. I'm here to talk to you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you for being here. And I will see you guys next week.